Daw Aung San Suu Kyi to briefly address the congregation. Daw Suu.
I would like to thank the faculty and students of Australian National University and all the peoples of Australia for the honour that they have given me today, conferred on me today. I've often wondered why universities confer honours, honorary degrees on politicians. Seriously, I've wondered about this. And I think this is a recognition of the fact that politics is part of the education of a nation. The path that a nation takes is very much shaped by the politics that it adopts over long years. Our nation took the wrong path 50 years back, more than 50 years back. For about half a century, we were under military rule. Military authoritarian rule is not meant to educate people. It is meant actually to prevent education in its broadest sense, because it narrows the minds of our people. It narrows the mind, not just military authoritarianism, but any kind of authoritarianism narrows the mind through fear. We have to free ourselves from fear if we are to go forward in a world that is changing constantly. These changes are recognized by educational institutions which are aware of the development of the human intelligence as well as, I hope, the human heart. Because in our struggle throughout the years, we have discovered that mere intelligence is not alone, it's not enough. We need dedication and commitment that comes from the heart. The great majority of my colleagues who stood by us through thick and thin and who suffered far more greatly than I did, stood by us because their hearts were fully engaged in our cause. These days, there are people who think that education is merely an intellectual exercise. I would like to think that it is far broader than that, and that education is a shaping of a human being made up of the physical, the mental, as well as the spiritual. Spiritual values are not always considered fashionable, but I think they are of extreme importance. I've always said that the true revolution of Burma must be a revolution of the spirit. We have to change the way in which we think, the way in which we feel towards a society in which we live, if we are to change it for the better. I have nothing against the military. In fact, I have often said, and often said it in spite of great criticism, that I have great affection for the military, the Army of Burma, that was founded by my father. But I do not accept that armies are meant to rule countries. Armies are meant to defend the people, to protect the nation, to make sure that the peoples of the land enjoy all the rights of citizenship within the framework of a fair and just constitution. At this moment, we are struggling for a fair and just constitution in our country, a constitution that will ensure that Burma truly becomes a democratic society. I have no illusions about democracy, and I'm sure Australians have no illusions about democracy. Those who have lived with the democracy have no illusions about it. But at the same time, they are fully aware of its values. And I subscribe to the simple view that democracy may not be perfect, but it is still the best political system that man has managed to invent. My people want to enjoy the fruits of their labor. My people want to live in security and in freedom. We want to live in a society that is just and a society that allows us to realize our full potential. These are not great demands, but for these simple demands to be met, we need a political system and a government that harmonizes with the aspirations of our peoples. And our peoples are many. We are a country of many ethnic nationalities. We are a union. Burma became independent in 1948 as the Union of Burma. I have always thought that union was the most beautiful name and that it reflected what the fathers of our independence movement wished for our country. A country united in its people, a country united because its peoples were united, because we were all agreed that we wished for the simple goodness of life. We did not, as a nation, wish to bully others or to use violence to get what we want. As a nation, we want to live in peace and we want to live in harmony with our neighbors and with the rest of the world, and to contribute what we can towards the betterment of humankind. This is still the wish of the great majority of our people, and I hope today that the world will help us to realize our dreams. Realizing dreams is very hard work. I've always said that there is no hope without endeavor. What we hope for, we must endeavor to achieve through great hard work. Our people have worked hard for many decades to turn our country back into a peaceful and safe, secure society. We are not yet at the end of the road. In fact, we're just at the very beginning, and we need to do a lot more that we may progress further, and we need the help and support of the world. We need the world to recognize that Burma is just starting out on its journey to democracy. There are too many who believe that we're almost at the end of the road. This is not so. We are just at the beginning. But we are confident that we will be able to walk the path that we have chosen for ourselves, and that we will be able to reach our goal, which is a happy and united nation. Today, I just want to say that I very much appreciate the ability of the people of Australia to accept different values, different thoughts, different ideas, different cultures, and different traditions, and to put them all together in something that makes them uniquely Australian. I would like to congratulate you on what you have achieved, and I would also like to remind you that you are unique and you do not have to go all Asian. I understand that this is the trend of Australia today, to try to become Asianized, as it were. You are special because you are a unique combination of the East and the West. Please retain what is special to you. You do not have to be like everybody else. You do not have to be like people who are near you. This is something we had to learn the hard way over the last few decades, that we did not have to agree with those around us who were more eager to conform and to keep the peace with a very small p, rather than to strike out on a road that was different, that was daring, and that was challenging. We started out on that road, and we intend to go along that road. It is a road that has no end. There is no end to the quest for democracy, because once we have achieved democratic governance, we have to make certain that democratic culture takes root in our society. There will never be an end to the journey that any country takes. And I would like to take this opportunity to say that I hope and pray that Australia will be with us along this journey, and that the peoples of Australia will always guard what is unique to them, a beautiful blend of the East and the West, and be an example of the possibility of genuine unity out of diversity. Thank you.